with silver, and with gold, and with goods, and with beasts, besides the freewill offering for the house of God that is in Jerusalem. Alright, so that was all to fulfill prophecy. Verse 5, it says, Then rose up the chiefs of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all all them whose spirit God had raised to go up to build the house of the Lord, which is in Jerusalem. So it tell you that Cyrus, alright, he was speaking to who? The Israelites. Alright. Okay. The Israelites. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay. Alright. Okay. And all they that were about them strengthened their hands with the vessels of gold, vessels of silver, with gold, with goods, and with beasts, and with the precious things, besides all that was freely offered. Also Cyrus the king brought forth the vessels of the house of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had brought forth out of Jerusalem, and had put them in the house of his gods. Even those did Cyrus king of Persia bring forth by the hand of Mithridates the treasurer, and the number of them unto Sheshbazzar the prince of Judah. And this is the number of them: 30 charges of gold, 1,000 charges of silver, 9 and 20 knives, 30 basins of gold, silver basins of a second sort, 410, and other vessels of 1,000. All the vessels of gold and silver were 5,400. All these did Sheshbazzar bring up with them of the captivity that were brought up from Babylon unto Jerusalem. Okay. Okay. So Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, that's who the ones whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, alright, took into Babylon, alright, and under the Persians, alright, mainly Cyrus II, who was prophesied by Isaiah as well as Jeremiah, which was prophesied by Jeremiah that those things, the vessels, will be returned, alright, to the temple, okay, and that Isaiah prophesied that by name, alright, with accuracy, Cyrus II, also known as Cyrus the Great. Okay, so you can't say that the Bible is not accurate, man. Okay, because it was an actual person named Cyrus the Great. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. So all that was read just to show who the Jews were. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Alright. Now let's go to Jeremiah. Okay. Jeremiah 14 and 2. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language. Alright. Judah mourneth. Alright. They mourned because they were taken into captivity. And they still in captivity to this day, because Jeremiah said that many kings and many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them. Serve them of who? Talking about the Israelites. Okay. And you can read the list in Jeremiah 25:13 down. It's talking about all the nations. They either put us in slavery or they aided those that had us in captivity, which makes them all guilty to be put down with the sword and to go into captivity. Thus saith the Lord. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we mourn, and our gates represent our leaders. Alright, they languish because they're not. There's actually nobody to lead the people. Okay, for a sake. Alright, and those leaders you do have are a bunch of Uncle Toms. They part of Polight, man. Alright, which is a so-called secret society, which is a like a side faction of the Illuminati, basically set up to protect the elites, alright, and mislead and influence you niggas to not rebel against Esau, the so-called white man, and to follow his customs, alright? So they protect them, okay? So the gates thereof language, it says they are black unto the ground, okay? Talking about the Jews. The they is speaking about Judah, or the southern kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, okay? Alright? They are black unto the ground, okay? Now that word black right there, alright, in Strong's Hebrew 6937, quadar, okay, quadar, which means blackish color as of a sunburnt skin. Now we know, growing up, okay, when your mom would tell you to go out and play, okay, you would go out and play, and when you come back in, they'd be like, man, you done got dark. You look black as night. You know what I'm saying? Alright? And I know this, alright, because down here I grew up in the South, for a good portion of my life, alright? And I grew up in the North as well, but mainly down here in the South. And when you go out in the summertime, you go out in the sun for a while, you come back in, your skin gets darker. Or they say, man, you burnt, you look black. You know what I'm saying? So it says, the Jews are black unto the ground. Alright, and that word for black is quadar, which means blackish color as of a sunburnt skin. Okay? Not meaning you look black as in like black. Nobody looks like this, okay? But blackish, that pertaineth to. Meaning it's not all the way black, but it's sort of. Meaning you get dark, basically. So I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. Alright, and the ground is different shades of brown, ranging from dark particle brown to real light brown like sand. Okay, and that's the range of colors amongst you so-called Negroes. Alright, West Indians and Haitians. Alright, which will make you Israelites. Alright, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. Okay, that's right. Let's go to Lamentations. Alright, which is talking about you Jews, so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. Alright, which are the Jews of the Bible. Okay, Lamentations 4:8. It says, their visage is blacker than a coal. Okay, there it's talking about the Israelites, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Visage, alright, means face. Okay, visage means face. So it says their visage is blacker than a coal. Okay, now blacker right there, Strong's Hebrew 28:21. Chashak, which means be black, to have a dark color. Okay, so it says their face has a dark color than a coal. The word coal right there is Strong's Hebrew 78:15. Shachawar, which means black or blackness. Okay, that's right. So that proves that the Jews, alright, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, are people of let me get into the light. So it's a damn light, how it's shining. Are people of color. Okay. Alright, so let me finish that. This is Lamentations 4:8. It says their visage is blacker than a coal. Right? Talking about their face is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaved to their bones. It is withered because it is become like a stick. Alright, going into the famine. Alright. Lamentations 5:10. Alright, it says our skin, the R is talking about the Israelites, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. It says our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Okay, the word skin right there proves it's talking about your actual body. Alright, Strong's Hebrew 57 85, I wore, which means the skin of man. Alright, so their skin, when it says our skin, alright, possessive noun, third person, alright, plural, our skin was blacker than black like an oven, alright, because of the terrible famine. You can't get around that, man. Alright, so that's the Jews. Okay, now let's go to Songs of Songs. You people, and this is show the hypocrisy of you niggas and that whole black conscious movement. Here it is, you talking about you for black people and the upliftment of black people, right? Shit, I don't like the way this lighting look, man. Hold up real quick. Okay, that's a little bit better. Alright. Yeah. You talk about, we about uplifting black people. Well, what about King Solomon? Okay, let's read about King Solomon. Alright. Start at verse 1. The Song of Solomon. Alright. Song of Solomon 1 and 1 says, the Song of Songs, which is Solomon. Okay. Who was Solomon? Ecclesiastes, alright, 1 and 1. It says the word of the preacher, the son of David, the king in Jerusalem. Alright, that's right. Okay, he was the king of Jerusalem. Alright, Proverbs 1 and 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. That's right. Okay, so Solomon was a great king, man. The greatest of all kings, alright, that ever lived, and he was a black man. Okay, we gonna prove it. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, it says, I am black. Now we know Solomon is speaking about himself because it's stated it in the first verse of chapter 1, verse 1. It said, the Songs of Songs, which is Solomon. So in verse 5, it's talking about himself. He said, I am black, but calmly. Okay, now, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Now he said, I am black. Now that word black right there, okay, Strong's Hebrew 78:38. Shachar, which means black, blackish color of the face. Blackish color of the face. Alright? Okay, so he said, I am black, but calmly. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Alright? And as uses the word for comparison. So Solomon was comparing himself, the darkness of his countenance, alright, to that of Kedar. Kedar is the English translation of the Hebrew word Quadar, which means blackish or black, blackish of skin. Like we got before. Quadar, blackish color as a sunburnt skin or a dark man. Okay. Yeah. Verse 6, he said, look not upon me because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. Okay. Alright. Which that's a tendency of people that have people that's dark, they get darker in the sun. Going back to what I said before. Okay. Alright, and that word black right there in verse 6, Strong's Hebrew 78:40 is shachar chara, which means blackish, used of the color of the skin. Damn. Alright, so Song of Solomon 1 and 6, look not upon me because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me, going in about Esau, so-called white men. They made me the keepers of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Okay, let's go into something else. But the point was, at the beginning of that verse, he said, look not upon me because I am black. because the sun have looked upon me. Alright? You can't